Hi, everybody. Welcome to the 2-hour track challenge. My name is Ben_Burns, and my desk is exceptionally messy. I'm also making a song today over the next 2 hours, and I hope that you have fun during the process. Hi, Amy. How are you? Oh, really? That's kind of weird. So, yeah, I am going to make a song. I don't really know what. I know on the Discord today, we were somebody posted a video about like a bit crushed sign pluck. And I'm like, that's kind of neat. So maybe I'll mess with a bit crushed sign pluck and see if that takes us anywhere. But otherwise, I don't really have a whole lot of plans. So, yeah, I'm going to just start the timer, get rolling. Blammo. So I hope y'all are having a good day. I figure if we're starting with a pluck, we can start with the arpeggio layer. And with the arpeggios, I got to go to my operator, get that 4-bit sine wave, and then put a little bit of crushing on it and see where that takes us. I haven't messed a lot with Supermassive yet either, so let's just chuck that on there too. I figure like the start of a project is a great time for me to mess around with things. So the past two songs have had song titles that have had obnoxiously long names. We had last week was grandiloquence, which is apparently a real word. And I can't even remember. What did we do 2 weeks ago? That's not a plucked, bit crushed. Now, this is just giving me visual out vibes, which I'm kind of okay with. Because this is a lot of what I did with visual out. Oh, visual out. It's so good. I'm still super proud of that. Still super proud of that soundtrack. Just like, Oh, that's pretty funny. So I think this is more like 85. Well, how many... Okay, if we want to go with this... We got a 3... So maybe 90? 333... 95? Because I know eventually... Yeah, sure, that's fine. 316. Boop, boop, boop. Eating ice cream and chocolate cake. Oh, convalescence, thank you. Ice cream and chocolate cake sounds pretty good, though. Not going to lie. So, yeah, I don't know if this is really the right call here. Kind of focus on the highs here. Lower the mix a little bit, up the feedback. We can do a little bit of warping, and honestly, I don't think I want these on the rhythm like this. I kind of want them 316 times 2 is 638. No, 632. Nah, that sucks too. Man, that's some weird stuff going on in the background there. I might lower the bit compression or bit reduction. Let's see where this takes us. Kind of a cool riser. I don't know. What does it sound like without the bit crushing? I might be diving down the wrong rabbit hole here to steal what you said, D'Anthony. It's just trying to figure out the right vibe for this. Actually, let's use a Raum. I do I do like the general idea of this, but the problem with bit crushing is they can be kind of obnoxious. Let's do some weird stuff. I kind of like these subtle adjustments to it. So we can go like this. And then we can bring it back down over here. So how does this sound? That's kind of wild. I don't know why, but like the ergonomics of my desk feels messed up. It might just because I haven't sat here a whole lot lately. I'm not used to sitting at this desk as much. Okay. So where are we going to go with this? That's kind of the main question. That bit crushing is kind of not working for me, honestly. But it's a springboard. That's good enough for me. Also, let's just set these to the appropriate amount, 632. Oh, right, because, okay, yeah, because I'm a dumb. Okay. How do we want to do this? Is this really the way we want to go with this song? I don't know. Let's try something. I'm really just kind of flying by the seat of my pants on this one. And we'll see. I'm having fun with the idea of making it sound like garbage. Yeah, I liked that video. It was pretty fun. I definitely subscribe to that. Unfortunately, when it comes to that, sometimes it requires you to need a little bit more time than 2 hours. As much as I like endorse doing that, doing it during a time challenge is not ideal, unfortunately. Which isn't to say you shouldn't do it. Let's just copy and paste that our own. And maybe we can give this a little touch of the crush.
Remember to save.
Hey, everybody. Remember to save. That's a little better mixed. I apologize if it's a little quiet. Spicy chord. I do like some spice. Oh, no, I know something way better than this. Off. Random. The problem is that Massive doesn't have velocity sensitivity by default, so this might sound a little extra spicy. Yeah, which I can remedy. It just requires me to go in and do work. Let's see what we got for some drum loops. No. No. Nah. Yeah, it has a melodic part to it there. I can also make one of my own, but ooh. Yeah. Okay, so we can take this and we're going to have to warp it to our needs. But we can take this and I don't know if I like that last chord there. Chord the B7 with a C sharp on top, which is what I did, right? Yeah. Just make sure that I didn't completely bungle that up. Oh, you're saying, okay, yeah. Sorry. I misunderstood what you were saying. My bad. Which would be... I don't know. That's a little... Okay, so I need to... I don't know how I feel about that. We can revisit it. We got plenty of time. I say that now. It's okay. So where are we going with this? Because I can definitely hear like some big drums coming in that aren't complicated, just like the and you know, I think that you could get a lot done with that. I apologize for my terrible beatboxing and pantomiming. No. I don't know if that's the right call. I might try. It might work as a layer, but not as the real thing. I also need to scoop out the mids on these because they are taking up the entire frequency spectrum, which is kind of redonkulous. So let's do that real quick. These are a little loud. I'm actually mixing really quietly today, so let me know if the actual the audio is not audible, because I'm happy to. I'm just looking for a good, because I can chop it up. That's kind of cool. I don't think that's going to work, but hey, Jink. Welcome back to the stage of history. I haven't played Soul Calibur since like 2008. Okay. I actually kind of like that whole cloth there. Now we're just making a Where's Cracker loop, which like I'm kind of okay with actually. That is not the right channel, huh? Let's get something in there then. Actually, I'm thinking operator, no, analog. Because we can do analog. Okay. I'm kind of like piecing this together like a puzzle, which is weird because I can kind of hear what I want, but that's not necessarily how it's going to turn out, I'm sure. A little bit of juice there. Actually, leave this as monophonic. And we got a pitch bend range. Okay. A little less feedback there. Make the attack a little less. That's kind of cool. No, that kind of sucks. I think it's the delay. It's just not giving it, it just doesn't work as a lead. It works as supporting its sound, which is fine. Like, I'm fine with that, but... I don't know. Where are we going with this? It's starting to lose its magic for me. Is that off? Oh, maybe that would be why. There's some weird stuff you can do there. I don't know. This might not be the right way to go with this idea. I feel like it's kind of decision-making time whether I should stick with this or scrap it and start something else. Welcome. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of... I do kind of like how that sounds, though. That's pretty wild. It's like the individual elements are kind of neat. Head singing and melodica. That definitely can change things around. 947. No, I can't change that because that's where the pitch bends come from. Yeah, I feel like I kind of painted myself into a corner in this one, which isn't a bad thing. Like, it's fine that I did that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll save this, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and 617 scrap? Oh, I can't use question marks. That's fine. No big deal. NBD. I think that there's something somewhere that just wasn't that wasn't hitting the right notes, so to speak, for me. And I think that we can do better. And I want to do better. So let's do better. You know? And like, I wanted to do something chill today, and maybe we can try to figure out how to do something chill. This is Cosmic Rain. I think that's what M sent me. Strings, mega brass, mega ass. Let's do Sonic Ocean. I haven't used Sonic Ocean actually a long time. Instruments. Exactly. Greenland. That sounds nice. Guess that's as low as it goes, huh? Yep. Want to just make some Philip Glass music? I mean, honestly, that would be pretty cool. Legally distinct from the... Yeah. I've never made Philip Glass music, but it's not hard. It's just like you said, layers of arpeggios. So you can start with something simple and then just add notes to it. Except my piano skills kind of suck for this kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's definitely an option. I don't know. What else we got in here? Well, it just makes a whole song for you. That's kind of nice of them. Well, that's how you make Earthbound. It's kind of neat. Ooh. Oh, now I can hear some like JRPG vibes with this. little bit of writer's block, huh? I'm just trying to like figure out a hook. There's got to be a hook somewhere that we can get into. That's actually really pretty. Give in. No, I want to like kind of go into that idea rather than doing it in media res. I feel that we'll try that. Okay, how about this? I'll make a compromise. Yeah, I'm going to give this 10 minutes. And if it works, it works, and we'll keep moving forward with that. But if it doesn't, then we can go back and trash that song because it did have some ideas. Oh man, this is going to be like super slow. Yeah. I guess we're in the key of G minor, huh? Or are we? Could still do the arpeggio thing, maybe. I don't know. I think that we're gonna just have to lean into something a little weirder, and that's okay. Like I think that there's some cool things that we can do with this, and these have to be triplets. That's not. Yeah. It'd be better if I had the right notes, I guess. Thank you. My brain is not working today, apparently. Oh, boy. I don't know. I don't know. It's just one of those days, eh? Yeah. I wanted to tighten it up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure, man. You always have my permission to steal my stuff. kind of like this though. Okay, okay, okay. I think we are going to kind of go with the Philip Glassian style, but what we really need to tie the room together is like a solid beat. That's literally the beat I used last week. Honestly, like a trap beat would be pretty rad with this. Maybe. Might have to make my own. Okay, yeah, let's make our own because this is kind of stinky. But it's a start. I can steal that. I don't like... Yeah, so let's just go like this. Hello. You're mine now. So... There is a DJ mix that I have referenced in the past that actually has inspired me quite a bit over the past couple years. And it's been something that I want to make more music like it. And I think that this is kind of along that path. Actually, let me dig it up real quick because it's like super worth listening to. It's on SoundCloud. Hydrophilic, I think is what it's called. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay, I'll have to find it later because I can't remember the artist's name. I think it was like Volume 2. Nah. I'll have to look it up. I'll post it on the Discord later if I can remember. Yeah, Hydrophilic is a really good name. Like, and it's like a super good mix. Like, it starts out like really chill and zen, and then it gets into some really, really nice, just like some good music. And you know, okay. So I have mimicked the kick pattern here. I can just dump the rest of this. And really, this is exactly the same, except there's no kick at the end. So I can just dump the rest of this. Now, how do we want to approach the snare? I kind of wanted to do, and I think that it would fit really well, is if I dropped in my Thanos snap, because, I mean, let's be honest, this thing works well with anything. Well, that's a good way to copy paste. Let's try it again. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna, I've done this a couple times before, but I am going to create a return channel in here, which allows me to push the snap to, and then we can go. So this last one here, we just juice it up. So now it's like, You know, I kind of agree with you there, Carbonic. I think that there's a lot to be said about having something really sparse. I this goes a little into my storied past with percussion. I never really felt like I had a good understanding of drums. And I feel like over the years I've gotten better, and like using Splice has helped quite a bit on that front because it allows me to use stuff that's already created and mixed properly. But I think I am kind of overcompensating when it comes to percussion these days. And yeah, let's focus on something minimal. I am gonna get a hat in here just because I think that it needs some rhythmic centering. But beyond that, let's see what we can do with just those three elements. Because I think what we can do is we can have a lot of the rhythmic stuff happen on the arpeggio side of things. And I think maybe this song will be focused on arpeggios. Drums and rhythm represent an energy level of a song. Should we just ASMR that in there? We can be one of those, I know this is on the weird triplet, but go with me here. Be one of those psytrance songs that just talk about like how acid is cool and good for you. It's like I love. Hey, Fen, how are you? I love psytrance music, but I absolutely, and I don't have anything against drugs. I don't really personally take any of them, but that's more me. But I just like despise how all psytrance music is just like scientist man describes how acid is good for your brain and you can transcend reality. And it's like, maybe, I don't know. But it's like every song, it's just like, yeah, you transcend, and it's like, it's not drugsman. Yeah, I have no problems with that stuff. Like, I've smoked before. It's fine. Like, I did not turn into a degenerate. However, it gives me a massive headache. Transcend banality. Oh no. It's called Gangster Computer God. That was weird and kind of amusing. Yeah. There is a band on Bandcamp called Merkaba who makes some incredible, absolutely phenomenal psytrance and like psychedelic music, but every one of their songs is just like, you're a butterfly and you're going to unfurl and fly into the next life. And it's just like, I just want to listen to cool music, guy. I don't want like an experience like that. Hey, Vincent, what's up? Yeah. In meditation,
Remember
like,
to
hey,
save.
everybody, remember to save. Meditate on that. Saving your progress. And like meditation and stuff, like I completely get that. I understand the reasoning and that stuff. And I think that to some degree, people conjoin the idea of music and those recreations. And I think that that's fine. But some music, but I'm so slow. Nah, I know the feeling. Honestly, those two notes are all I need. Let's juice this up a little bit more, but actually that sounds pretty good. All about that bass, but no buts. No buts. Anyway, I don't want to like whatever your lifestyle is. I honestly don't care, as long as you're obviously being safe about it and not being self-destructive. But it's like, that's not the point for me. It's just, it feels like they're trying to push a lifestyle on me when I'm listening to that kind of music. And it's like, well, no, I just want to listen to good music. But phones. Okay, I'm actually super digging where this is going. Okay, this song feels like it needs a highly pretentious name to justify its existence. I don't know. Maybe I'm just becoming jaded with the idea of producing music for an audience. Did I ever think of that? Maybe I'm just cynical. Shit. Oh no. This is the start of my noise career. There we go. Is that automation? Yes. So what's happening here, I'll show you in a second. So on this drum rack, I have a audio effect, which you can toggle on and off by setting a return track. So like drum racks are incredibly powerful. You can actually have send and return tracks inside of the drum rack. So I have a send track here, which allows me to determine whether or not this clap or this Thanos snap has reverb or not. And nefarious dream sequence. Let's get funky. I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, it works. I'm going to restart my sound card real quick because it's being a pain in the dick. I don't like using harsh words like that, but sometimes that has to happen. Man, that caffeine really kind of sneaks up on you, huh? Hi, everybody. Pain in the dick. Oh, man. Well, no, we got to take that one more further, M, and call it The Pain of Richard. Listen, we're trying to be pretentious here. We can't be obvious. Hey, Captain Subtle, how are you? Richard Payne. Oh, I'm doing okay now that I have some caffeine in me. Okay, so like I usually do, I'm just building up layers right now. Obviously, this will have some more structure in a little bit, but I do actually really like where this is going, so I think that we're going to stay with this. Oh, I did the wrong amount there, didn't I? There we go. I'm thinking I want a massive patch here. Carbonic, no. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I want this to have like some major beef to it, so is that coming through on the sub? Yeah. I really shouldn't make music on just my headphones, but I also have 2 fans running in this room, as well as cats and a bunch of other stuff, so it's like oh my god, Jake. I really I really like that song name, but that is not appropriate. That is not appropriate for this song. The McDonald's theme in beef major. Oh my god. That's real funny. So I like this because it's like ascending a scale, but it's not ascending like, because the top note is here on the second bar instead of like at the front or the end. So it everything feels a little off, and that's kind of what I'm going for here. So I'm just gonna, oh, that's why. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it does. It has an EQ right here, I think. Although I do want a little bit of reverb. Oh, fuck yeah. I shouldn't be saying swears. This is going on YouTube. Did I mention how much I love Massive? It's so good. Listen, guys, you're gonna get me Google DeepMind right off of YouTube. I'm gonna upload this video, and Google's just gonna be like, no, and then I'm gonna have like 0 followers, and I'm gonna have to I don't know. Oh yeah, EQ. It's right here. Duh. So yeah, there is but I want to do something a little funky. I want to add a little bit of randomness to the attack here, which will make it feel less like it's just a preset. Modulate the frequency so it has a vocal format to it. This is yeah, sure. Let's get real granular with this bass. Why not? Because I think that this is going to kind of hold things together once we get going. God, that's so cool. Massive is like the best instrument. Like for reals. You can do so much with it. Yeah. Okay, Massive is the best electronic instrument. Hi, Olafson. How are you? I really do want to learn the cello because it seems like a very expressive and dynamic instrument because you can go real low and you can go real high. I don't really know why I had to vocalize those, but I did. So I guess deal with it. So I'm going to real low. Get low, get low. That's what I should do. I should get some like hip hop get low, get low. That would fit right in with this. It reminds me of when I a long time ago I made a song called Shutta Shades. And it's like a chill trap song like this, except it sampled like a bunch of like rap music. It was real bad. I think it's on Bandcamp somewhere. But just the idea of
remember to save.
Having that dichotomy. No, it's not dichotomy. Sorry. The pretentious word is juxtaposition. The juxtaposition of chill beats with hard raps. It wasn't that hard, but where am I going with this? Okay, operator. Juxtaposition song name. Honestly, that fits pretty well. Hey, we can actually bring back the sign pluck now. Okay, peep this. I think that if we go like this and bring this down, and then we can take the raum from here. I haven't even heard if this is the right pattern yet, but I think this should work okay. Spread that out. Juxtapose this. I really like this. Brovert. Oh, you guys are the best. Okay, so honestly, like as far as the structure of the song is concerned, this is like 90% of it. We need to put this together in some kind of an arrangement. And then we should probably have some kind of obviously we're going to make sure that things are varied between the sections. Inbrovert, exbrovert. Oh my god, you guys are spiraling out of control today. Excuse me. Okay. I'm thinking of like touches to add to this. Some auto pan will help. Okay. Oh, shoot. We still have an hour left. Okay. Like, this was a very productive 40 minutes, I guess. I was like, oh, no, we've got like 45 minutes left, and I've got to have to rush through this. But this loop came together really fast. What do we want to call this song? Do we really want to call it Juxtaposition? Because we've been in the habit of naming songs really large and pretentious names. Superposition. Oh, shiz. Okay. Yeah, you sold me on that one. Yeah. What am I typing in here? Yeah, 2020. What year is it? Oh, apparently Castbox on. It's either Superposition or Super Collider, but I think Super Collider is a little bit more used. Yeah, I agree. I'm just kind of piecing out an arrangement right now. The reverb's a little too much on this. God, that is a good sound, though. Whew, okay. Okay, so we need to put this together. And I think, honestly, like, I can go in here, and if I want a lead, I can make, like, a super... That's a lot of syllables. A super simple, super saw lead. And just kind of roll with that. We have an LFO, which we can put on this. And then we're going to just take a home And I'm just testing this out because I do feel that we need to have some kind of a lead to this, because this is my music and I want to have a lead to it. Want to become famous? Oh, do I? I'm going to click every link that you have. No, it got banned before I could click the links. I wanted to become famous. God, I wish that'd be cool. I mean, my Fama Tracker videos are obviously the most viewed things that I have. Oh, thank you, Jank. Like this lead is a little sharper than I wanted, but I think I really like how it sounds. Go like this, actually. Just to do a test. Right, I'm not in C minor. So it still sounds good. Hell yeah. Cool. Well, we've got quite the lead there. Shoop. I don't know where that starts. We'll figure it out. Yeah. This is some pretty hot-ish. Try not to swear. I'm actually genuinely trying not to swear as much. Do you want an Ableton rack? You know how much I love my racks. Yeah, maybe I'll add a snare. I've been working, or we discussed earlier that we're going to try to keep the percussion extremely simple in this song, and I kind of want to stay true to that, but I'm also open to ideas. I'm not going to limit myself based off of I have an idea for a big drum part. Yeah. Big drum part. Exactly. So I'm just going to kind of start an arrangement here. Well, that's not how that works. A. Give it the L. There we go. No. Why are you not looping the way that I want you to? Okay, Ableton. Whatever you say, Grandpa. So really, I just want to like copy paste this stuff out because this is electronic music. You don't have to, you know, plan ahead. You're supposed to just click and drag, and things are supposed to work. There we go. Is that one? Is that where we start? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. Okay. Computer does all the work. Yeah. Computer does all the work. That's why making music on the computer is great. So I'm just going to do this for now. I do feel like we need to make some of this stuff a little bit more interesting, but, you know, that's a problem for 10 minutes from now. I do want to make sure that I have a pitch bend in here that goes shoop-de-whoop up here. And then we'll shoop it back down. And then we can lock those together. And just in case Ableton's being a dunce, I'll go like this. Ben's doing the Hambrams method. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think that this is the best way to arrange something. So what I'm planning on... Oh my God, Ableton, why? What I'm planning on doing is I have kind of this general arrangement so we can listen to it now. I don't know if I like that intro as much. And now we can go in, we can like mess around with stuff. We can go like this. We've got some good wubbage going on with the bass. How you doing, Zaxxas, man? I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope the move went well. Hey! Thank you so much for 28 whole stinking months of subscription. That's quite the streak you got going on there. Really appreciate that though, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that you're rocking out with the music stuff. I know, like with a move, it's easy to like have all your stuff buried in a box somewhere, and it's just like I just want to do things. And I'm glad you got that going for you. Okay, so
remember to save.
And first of all, remember to save. If you don't save, you might lose your work. And who's going to be laughing then? Nobody. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty rad. Oh yeah, there's a lot to be said about the physicality of actually doing something with your hands. And I think that there's a lot, like, there's so much you can do. This is coming from somebody who wrote music only using a keyboard and mouse for probably 10 years before I got a small piano to play on. Like, it's possible. You can definitely do it, but I feel that you lose some of the soul of what making music actually is if you don't have that physical response of being able to. And like doing something like that on the computer is possible. It's just really hard to get all of that like humanized micro mistakes. And it's just so valuable to have some kind of an input that is not perfect. Perfection is supremely overrated. Oh, nice. And then obviously that goes the other direction. Sometimes it's really nice to have that. Yeah. Yeah, it is. As much as I love my AKAI MPK Mini, it definitely had some challenges. Oh, we're going like this, huh? We're getting some implied swing on this, which is kind of neat. That is supremely cool. Can I tie the velocity to this? Because that would really make my life a lot easier. Envelope to velocity. Attack to velocity. Oh, that's way better. Okay, let's get this stuff on the beat. God, that bass! I don't know why I'm so amped about that. It's so good. I don't know why I'm so amped about that. It might be because I was watching Binging with Babish earlier. Just in general, really. But he gets like so amped when he makes something good. Oh, okay. I think we have a little bit of a gap at the beginning, yeah. Okay. Full disclosure, I don't know if I'm going to use this. Yeah, the sweet rolls, but like usually when I watch one of them, it sends me down a YouTube rabbit hole. I can see where this is going, yeah. Okay. I have some thoughts. I think what I want to do is after this section right here, we'll go into kind of a breakdown. Listen, Henry Rollins is a national treasure. He might be a grumpy old man sometimes, but that dude has some real good talks. I've actually seen Henry Rollins talk twice, I think. He was a cool dude. Yeah, spoken word. Yeah, his spoken word is amazing. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Yeah, if you like that kind of thing, I guess he's pretty cool. So yeah, my thought is right now. Right now we can make a breakdown, and then we can use this drum fill to as like a build-up, but then use that build-up as a fake out to another breakdown. That's my thought right now. I went back and listened. I went back and listened to, I think, Simply Water, which was the first song from season 12, and it has that same fake out breakdown where it like builds up to this, it like brings in this drum stuff, and it's just like, and then it just goes back to whatever it was. But I think that this will be pretty cool. So I can go like this. We'll see how it works. Man, caffeine is pretty cool, huh? Here I was saying drugs aren't good. No, really, I don't care. I think technically, yeah. Okay, I actually think we need a different drum sample here. We need to modify things in a way that makes things slightly different. And I don't think these are a little too aggressive. I like the idea of putting an 808 in there, but I don't think that that's really the right call. Let's go to the minimal snares pack that I have, which is unfortunately a Vengeance pack, but shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody I sold out to the man. That's totally a minimal snare right there. Thanks, Vengeance. You guys are great. This is why I hate Vengeance packs. Because they like take the same sample pack groups and it's like, this is minimal house and also deep house. I just want, oh my God, these are so bad. These are so bad. Actually, that one might work. No, don't mention dubstep. Because then I have to try. Because if we go like this. No, that sounds like butts. Nope, that sounds like stinky old butts. Okay. How about... Oh, I had an idea and now I lost it. Oh, they get wood pack. Yeah. Hi, M. Hello, friend M. Take any snare. Ooh. That sounds real janky. I love it. Yeah, that has a weird flam to it. 8 kilobyte. Okay. Okay. It's gonna take a couple seconds of doing here, but I think I see what you're going with. Let's get like an actual ghost snare. Where are my snares? There we are. You have been chosen. I don't have to copy it. Use the Redux. Listen, if you use Redux, you're not getting that analog feel to it. I'm also going to forget that I changed the... I can't even set it that low anymore. There we go. Yeah, sample rate. How low does this go? 800. Let's do it. This is going to sound like trash. That's actually really rad. I think this actually works pretty well. So we can go like this. We're going to have to put a couple effects on it, but it should be okay. Put a delay on it. I also want to filter it a little bit because I just want the high end. I don't want like the meaty middle. That's actually pretty close to what I wanted. Okay. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, so we got a compressor. Kind of starts a little too quick. I don't know if I like that. It's not the quality of the sample, it's the problem, it's the context. It's just like a little too aggressive. It gets too aggressive too quickly, I guess is
Remember to save.
Hey everybody, remember to save. That's an interesting idea. First of all, we can get rid of that. That'll help. Yeah, okay. So what we can do, I maybe cutting the tempo in half will help. Whoa. Wrong way. Beats. No, texture. Nope, not texture. Okay, so that actually does work pretty well. We got tough for time. 35 minutes, we're doing okay. Whoa, sorry. Yeah, it is low passed right now. It was just a little too much. I was just trying different stuff. Does this still have the pitch bend on it? It does not. Don't lie to me. Okay. And go like this. Back down. I really wish that Ableton just knew to snap to 0 when you're like that close. I know Shift can get you. There we go. Pitch bend. Yeah, that's pretty good. So my thought is we can, oh, geez, I just hit like 4 wrong buttons at the same time. We can also maybe go like this. Okay, so let's get rid of the low pass there. We can filter that in manually because I like the idea of it starting. Uh-oh. I don't know if I like those chords, but it's certainly an interesting sound. I don't like the pitch bend back down. I will check your message in a second. Don't worry. I got you, babe. Can I ask if you have a piano as the lead instrument in a fusion type song? Would you personally use full stereo width, or you try to pan it somewhere narrow? It kind of depends on the rest of the instruments. Because like it's hard to answer that question in isolation. It's kind of like mixing in isolation. You can't really mix without listening to the rest of the music. It's kind of I would pan it to one side or the other. Like it might feel weighted in some places to one side or the other, but it would, if you're using acoustic instruments for that, I would try to make it sound as real as possible, which would creating a virtual stereo separation space inside the actual thing. What did you send me, Em? You sent me a FLAC file. Does Ableton even open FLAC files? Okay, it does. XLR noise, huh? This is just tapping the, yeah. That's some pretty cool stuff there. I will hold on to this, but I don't know how to use it yet. I don't know if I like this. Hey, Jank, welcome back. I don't know if I like the drums. I think, again, I'm not trying to obviously say that they're bad. I just don't know if they work for this. Yeah, That's kind of my thing. Hey, how are you doing, Alondros? Sorry, my eyesight isn't what it used to be. Interesting stuff going on in here. A lot of it happens in this upper range, huh? Okay, how about we take this... Oops. How about we take this little bit here? We can use that as kind of like a filler for the break. I'm getting a little lost in the sauce here, but that's okay. I need to resolve this buildup because I do think that this buildup is important. I just don't know if this is the right way to do it. One thing that I can try, copy, paste. That's interesting. What does this lock do then, Ableton? Answer me that. You jerk. No, it doesn't freeze tracks. It freezes the automation so you don't copy paste over it. Lock envelopes. If locked, envelopes will be unaffected by clip editing. If unlocked, envelopes follow the clip's movement. Yeah, so. That's a little better. Hey, Timothy Adden, how are you? Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that follow, Timothy. Yeah, so we need to still figure this out. I'm actually going to mark this as red so I don't forget. Yeah, I appreciate it. So I do think that we need to fix this section up because I do think that there needs to be something here. This chord progression is a little crummy. Because first of all, it'd be like this, right? Yeah. That actually sounds better already. Hey, Levy, how are you? Wait, if you're here, does that mean somebody just raided me? I know Mr. Shaka Panda has Thinking about moving to Twitch. Oh, it's coincidence. That's good. It's good to see you again. I know you've been doing well. I've seen you on Shaka stream a couple times, and it's really good to see your face over there. Yeah, miss you too. I mean, you know, that's the nature of the internet, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Those hats are too loud. There we go. My hats are always too loud. Yeah. Yeah. God, that's so cool. I will never say no to that bass pitch bend. Frantically trying to add what I want here before it gets to it. Oh no. Come on. That doesn't sound very good. I think that I need to crank this up a lot more. Oh, it's also like super low pitch. Yeah, we hit 1,000, I think, last week, and then it's kind of popped off a little bit more. I think partially because I started sharing. Well, I shared Color Jumper on that Itch.io pack that like raised $8 million or whatever. Not because of Color Jumper, but just because like my presence in that pack probably got me a little bit more attention, which is kind of neat. Yeah, so I definitely can't. What was I just editing? I definitely can't complain about that. Apparently, and this happens with YouTube as well, but apparently when you get over 1,000 subscribers, they just stop emailing you and people subscribe. And it's like, I kind of like those emails because it validates that I'm actually a good person and people like what I do. But I guess they don't want to spam popular people. Like popular people like me, of course. That's a joke. I'm trying to get like some power chords and stuff in here. Yeah, I've let fame go straight to my head. It's all over for me. Excuse me. The pack. I find it hilarious that so many people have them now. Right? It's pretty funny. I mean, there's obviously, like, I was going to say a lot of good things too, but I mean, I can't imagine that those are bad. It's just like, there's definitely a lot of variety. I don't know if I like this. Like, I do think that we need some kind of build-up for this, but I don't know if this is the right way to go. Any thoughts? I like the notes. I think the notes are great. I just don't like the instrument that plays them. So I guess I answered my own question there. I need to make this sound less like butts. I think that I don't think analog's doing me any favor in this situation. You doing the visualizer at the bottom of the screen? It's actually just a plugin for. It's in one of these things. Streamlabs alerts visualizer, yeah. So it's just a plugin that I found. I guess it's called Output Visualizer for OBS. I stumbled upon it on Reddit's r/Twitch, where it's just like 5 things you can do to elevate this quality of your stream, and that was one of them. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I figured it's a nice way to keep the visual interest if I'm just sitting there scratching my butt. For time, 17 minutes left. I've kind of pissed away a lot of time trying to figure this out. Maybe instead of oh, that's way too much of that. What am I missing here? I feel like just something's out of place. Like, the chords are fine. I don't need this open anymore. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to export this as a normal MP3 instead of an 8 kilobyte. Because otherwise I'm going to forget. There we go. Need like a phaser or something maybe? This actually helps a bit. For its phase. You guys are really taking that video from the Discord to heart, aren't you? So really, and maybe this is a cop-out, but really I just want to kind of... I want to iterate on this. To be clear, I want to make sure that this is a little bit different, but I also just kind of want to keep the same groove going, because I really like the groove. Hey, Shady Death 21. Hey, Shady Death 21. How are you? Hi. Sorry, is this better? Thank you so much for the follow, though. Welcome to the studio. I really appreciate you being here. So yeah, I think that what I want to do is I'm going to mark all of this as red because I want to make sure that I come back and maybe edit it a little bit more. But I think what I can do that's a good lead. Oh yeah, I was going to add some more dubstep garbage. Let me finish this first. So my intent is at this point some other instrument will come in that'll fill in the blanks here. Thank you. For an hour and 50 minutes worth of work, I'm pretty pleased. And then we can work on an outro here. Obviously, something will go here, too. Cool. Okay, so this all needs to get changed. I might go a little bit over, but to be honest, I spent 20 minutes working on a different song before I got onto this one, so I feel like I have a little bit of leeway there. So, there's a couple things that I want to do. First, I think that adding another lead or some kind of instrument, right? Actually, another ARP would be good to like really up the intensity of the rhythmic interactions. Is that enough adjectives? I think that what I can do is I'll chuck in a Massive because Massive has been very kind to me today. It should just be a sample of Ben saying, obviously something will go here. Oh, yeah, and I was going to add some dubstep garbage. Let me do that. Nope, not MIDI, though. Samples. Let's see. Multi-packs, share the wubs, because this is the thing that I always do when somebody asks to add dubstep. Let's see. These are all in D minor. As always, I'm not going to listen to them beforehand because that defeats the purpose of randomness. So yeah, if I do this, I'll definitely go a little bit over, but that's okay. I think with this, we have like these graceful like sweeps up and down. So I think what we can do is we can go into this right here and just like capture, what's the tempo of this? 140 at 72. So the 140, 72 times 2. Okay, so 144. This should be 144. Or actually, and then like that. I think that works. Hey, look at that, math. Sometimes math works in your favor. Remember, kids, math is cool. Okay, and since this is D minor, we need to bring it down to, oh, actually, no, we need to bring it to G minor, which is like the opposite. So we need to bring it down. We need to bring it up 5. Oh, this might be nasty, actually. Bah! This may not work, but this is for science. Science always works. So what we can do is we can go like this, and seeing as these usually have a really shrill high end, I'm going to put an auto filter on it like this. And I'm also going to, actually, let me go like this. Let's automate the volume inside of this, because I don't think I really want this bit. Again, I haven't heard this audio, so maybe I'm just like completely destroying it. But this is kind of the fun part. And then let's put a little bit of a delay on it, just because I know that it's going to be rhythmic, so it'll echo. And let's see how terrible this is. Yeah, it's going to be bad. Actually, no, it's pretty rad. It's not like a... It's not going to like blow the doors off or anything, but it adds a really cool texture. But I think I'm going to put it here. The echo is actually pretty good too. Listen, sometimes you got to do the subtle wub. It's a little too harsh still. Okay, so what I can do is to placate the masses. I'll grab another... Ooh, I'll grab this chunky boy right here. Yeah, we're absolutely going to go over time since I'm messing around with this, but I don't really care. Every 4 bars or something. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm doing right here. I'm creating a kind of a couple little patterns that we can copy paste throughout the rest of this. So we need one more right here, and then we should be solid. Yeah, I think this this turned out pretty neat. Okay, so this is all blocked out, so let's just block it back in. Bloop. Hey, Nate, how are you doing, buddy? We're getting to the 0th hour on this song, but I will be happy to give you a little piano boop in 1 second. Honestly, I know I'm going to go overtime anyway, so it's all good. Okay, let's stick with that right now. Let's go like boop, boop, boop. Let's do a little piano, because everybody loves a little piano. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the chill 20 seconds. Thanks for the raid, buddy. I appreciate it. Okay, so like I said, we're going to go a little over time, but honestly, I don't give two toots. Saw your timer. No, I'm going to go a little over time. I'll probably be streaming for another 20 minutes or so because I really want to finish this song. I want to clean it up a bit. And honestly, since I trashed my initial song, I really have, I have an extra 20 minutes or so. Doesn't really matter that much. It's just a construct to make music through. It doesn't really matter. Oh, right. I have a flippin' automation on this, don't I? Get out of here. What happens if I go like this? Okay, what is on here that's inhibiting? Like all volume is off. Ugh. This is very Sideshow Bob. That's so obnoxious. It sounds good out of context, but in context, it's kind of trash. I'll pitch you down by 5 semitones. Hey, Sid Funk, how are you? So, for those who are new here, that timer in the top started at 2 hours, and this is where we are at after 2 hours. We are making a pretty cool, kind of chill song, and I'm really digging it. I'm gonna go a little over, but that's okay. Okay, I need to change the timing on this because everything's locked to like a triplet grid, and yeah. Okay, last thing I want to do is I need to add another element here. I need to add another element here. I want to add one final arpeggio. And alarm, boop, alarm, beep, beep, alarm, alarm. Hey, it's the alarm, everybody. Ugh, One thing that really bothers me with Ableton is sometimes... There we go. Da, 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 da. Let's get another layer of arpeggios going here. I don't know if this is going to work. Obviously, it's going to sound a little better, too. But, you know. I don't know why my sound card's glitching out so much. Okay, we're getting there. Maybe CPU. Can you delete the last two notes at every bar? Yeah. This I have a lot of work to do to make things a little bit more interesting, but yeah, creating a little bit more like micro transitions would help make the piece a little bit more elevated in that regard. But the first thing I need to do is I need to make sure that like structurally the whole thing is sound, and then I do feel like we need to add like one simple melody here. Maybe more of a pad than a melody, but I'm really focusing on the... Let's do like a square wave. Square wave with a bit of a longer attack. I guess this is going to end up more like a pad, but that's okay. Because it's going to be... Yeah, okay. And we can take that. If we take that and we add, not a Valhalla Shimmer. I don't think Valhalla Shimmer is the, well, maybe. No. I love Valhalla Shimmer, but it has a very distinctive sound. I know I'm missing something. I mean, I've been leaning on Raum a lot, but can't type. It's all good, man. I gotcha. Actually, let's not do area. Let's do cosmic. I think this will sound pretty rad. Oh, thank you. Okay, so... A flute? Yeah, actually, adding some real world instruments in the end might be kind of cool to create an extra texture. How about this? Just take all this shiz and put it here. I don't know if that's really the right jam. Yeah, I think layering this with something else is probably the best route. So let's group this together. Grab Komplete with a K, and do I have the West African one downloaded? I don't know if I do. I don't think I do. But I can also just grab classic flute lead. Yeah, I figured that would be a vintage thing. Yeah, one thing at a time, though. Like I said, I want to actually make sure the song is done first before I really go banana hammock on the rest of it. Where is this coming from? The length is 4. What kind of loop point is that? Oh my gosh, Ableton. What is happening? Ableton, why? Why do you do this to me? Oh, I already have a song named Banana Hammock. I did that 2 years ago. This is lacking character. It's nice to have, but it's it doesn't have any juice behind it. So it's really boring. Yeah. Also, I thought that Oh, velocity. Okay. Now it should fade out. Unless I did the velocity on the wrong thing. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. Again, this is not complete yet. Complete with a K, obviously. Little FM on the sign. The 2 weeks until the 2-hour album challenge. It is, I believe it's 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's on the 10th. The 10th of July is when we start. I need to actually start marketing that because it is coming up way faster than I remember. I always forget, and I'm like, oh no, it's like a week away. I've got to start telling people to actually join. I might be gilding the lily a little bit with some of this stuff, but I want to make sure that it has a little bit. Do you spend more time on a track before you release? Yes, I do. Bitcoin Audio. Okay, there's actually 2 releases for this song. I will release this video on YouTube tomorrow, in which case usually what happens is this is the completed product for YouTube. But when I compile the album for release on like Bandcamp and Spotify and through the normal distribution channels, I go back and I do a more clean mastering pass through all of the audio, which gives it a little bit more clarity and unity between all of the songs in the album. And if I need to fix anything in that period of time, I do that too. Yeah, because like this song in particular could definitely use a little touching up. But yeah, of course, man. I appreciate the question. I love questions. Yeah, this song could definitely use a good mix down, which I might do a little bit while we're doing the final listen to the song. But usually that kind of takes place when I remaster it for the final album. I don't need this group anymore, huh? Yeah. But it's like my CPU isn't hitting 100. Okay, I like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up, and then we're going to listen through the whole thing. And, of course, I'll probably have more changes along the way. But I think that what we can do with this is we can make a couple more changes. Yeah. Yeah, and like this is a reasonably new computer, but it's also not a computer that I purchased at super high, like I didn't buy the best of the best. this can't stand. There we go. Okay. Again, this needs a little bit more work. The phasing did us some pretty good. Did some phasing over here. Give it a little bit more motion. I think that should help quite a bit. Let's drop it over to space. Oh my God, Ableton, come on. A little too much on the feedback. Okay, let's listen to the whole thing. I think we are done. Maybe, I don't know. I'm really pleased with this though. Let's jam it. Okay, I am going to run simple mastering through this, so it is going to get a little bit louder, so watch your earballs. But it won't get that much louder. I think I'm already pretty close to the cap. I won't really know these, it's an Archer reference. I won't really know these until the drums kick in, but I'm just kind of getting the bass things that I usually do. Hats. Always so loud. Is that? I need to kill the bit crushing there too. That gets obnoxious. Apologize for the glitchiness. Come on, Ben. Where's that one? There it is. Oh my God. pull that back a little bit. There we go. Means my headphones are a little too low. There we go. Cool. There's my garbage snare. Oh, thank you, Fen. I'm actually really pleased with this one. I think that it turned out okay. I'm gonna bounce through a couple things, and first I'm gonna go and reset my sound card again because it's ass, yo. And it bothers me a lot. I don't know if it'll actually fix anything, but, you know, I got to try. The other thing I was thinking of... Oh, my God. There we go. There we go. That did not fix the problem, huh? Ugh, what is this happy music? Get that crap out of here. Anyway. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate that. Ugh. This doesn't really have a whole lot of impact. What's up, Em? Is stealing redeem? No, I don't care. Listen, that's just content for me. And content for me means I have an excuse to annoy people on my mailing list. So I don't care. You have to redeem them and let me know what kind of sample pack you want, and I will make you a sample pack.
Save.
Remember to save. Hey, everybody. Don't forget to save. Saving's important. If you don't save, you'll lose your work, and then you'll be sad. Okay, well, you have to let me know what you want. Okay, so... Oh, my God, so many bits. Thank you so much. What kind of sample pack do you want? I will make you a sample pack of anything that you want, within reason. Like, I'm not going to make a pack of me slapping my butt or something. That's kind of weird. Why would you ask that? Plant a tree. Oh, thank you so much. Plant a tree. We're up to 6. But yeah, this song, for all intents and purposes, is complete. So let's just hang out and chat for a little bit. How y'all doing? You don't have to answer right now if you don't have a particular thing in mind. But yeah, I will release that mid-next month. Because I do my normal sample pack at the start of the month, and I've been adding to my micro sample pack library mid-month. So I have an excuse to bug people at the start of the month, and I have an excuse to bug people at the middle of the month. It's perfect. I like bugging people. I have an idea for a mini pack, so you'll save up. Thank you, Bitcoin. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I'm real pleased with how this one turned out, especially considering the song that we made initially was kind of bad. Not bad. It just didn't have the focus that I wanted, and it kind of just fell apart. But you know, that happens sometimes. I'm not beating myself up over it. But yeah, this one turned out really cool. And I think that speaks to the power of just finding random presets in your library and using that as an inspiration point, not necessarily to build your whole song, but just to create an atmosphere in which you can infuse your personal style into the music. Because really all I did for this song is I went through and I just I listened to a bunch of presets, and one of them was just like, oh, wow, this has a really cool mood to it, and I like it a lot. And that's how the rest of the song came about. It was like, well, I have this, so naturally what would follow this would be this. So I had to start with arpeggios, and once you have the arpeggios, you have this really nice structure chord. And that chord can then have a bass line to it. And that bass line, I'm just chronicling the last 2 hours. I'm just kind of filling space while this renders. But that bass line can have a lot of character to it, which actually, like, again, I love Massive for bass lines. I'm always impressed with what you can do with that. So with that bass line, then we can put in some drums, and with those drums we can kind of, it's just a self-perpetuating cycle at that point. It all kind of feeds off of each other, and the song just kind of coalesces through that. And I think that's really cool. Reinventing the wheel every time. And I absolutely used to be like that. I used to be one of those people where it's like, well, if you use a preset, you're just letting somebody else work for you, and it's not your song then. It's like, well, not really, because you're just using it as a point of inspiration. Like, if I wanted to, I could go and take that initial sample, that initial preset that I used, and tweak it a little bit to fit what I wanted. But honestly, the way it sounded was great. So it's just like, why the hell not? There's no reason not to mess with what works or replace it. Yeah, it's like I could be like, oh, this sounds great. Let's rebuild it. Let's rebuild it as close as we can. And then I would spend a half hour doing sound design on something that already exists. And it's like, well, the point of those presets is to save time so you can actually get your ideas out, because the important thing is getting your ideas out there. And yeah, obviously it's important to sound original too, but that's through your style. That's not through the instruments that you use, like preset wise. And it's so easy as a music producer, and many of you are music producers as well, to recognize something where it's just like, oh man, they use that Vengeance sample. Oh, what a hack. And it's just like, yeah, sure, you used a sample. Oh boy. But the general listening audience, they don't give two farts like what's been recycled or not. Like they either don't care or they don't notice. So it's like, if you're catering to the 1% of the audience who are music producers, that's awesome. Like, that's great. And there are definitely music producers out there that do that. Like Savant is one of them. I don't know if he's still doing stuff, but Savant was a huge music producer like 5 years ago, I think. And like, he made incredible music that was all like custom and super complex and super detailed. And that's awesome. It's great. It's music for music producers, because it tickles that like itch that you have where it's just like, oh, I want to listen to something new and something like completely that I've never heard before. And that's great. But that's not necessarily general audience listening, which isn't to say that they don't like that, but yeah. I'm going to find a loop point here. Yeah, I'll do that. Just have to render out the loop now for Patreon. But yeah, I think that it's really interesting that you can like make music for different types of people. Like, you have the music producers that have a certain thing, and there's people who like the pop music that's not necessarily complicated, but it's catchy. And I think that there's a whole lot that you can do to just like try to find your own niche. Try to find, I don't know why I'm giving everybody life advice right now. I guess I'm just kind of, I don't really want the stream to end, I guess. I just like chatting right now. But it's that whole idea of like, you don't have to You don't have to box yourself into a particular Papa Ben's Music and Life Advice Corner featuring Ben. You don't have to box yourself into a particular style. Like last week I did this kind of chill hop piano vibe, and before that I was making house music for like a month straight. And it's like, just sounds cheesy, but follow your heart. Like, do what feels right in the moment. And I got into a Twitter discussion. It wasn't an argument. It was a discussion on how I market myself online. And a lot of how I market myself online is just to release things. It's just to put things out in the world, because that gives me an excuse to talk about myself, and not in a narcissistic way, but in a way that makes people aware that I do things, that I make music, that I make video games, that I make weird art sometimes. And it's like, that builds a community, and that community doesn't necessarily care whether I make chill hop or EDM or like ambient music or new age piano. Like, none of that matters. People, hopefully anyway, my goal, come here to watch me work. They don't come here to watch me make a specific genre of music. And this goes for a lot of streamers as well. I talked to Shaka Panda about this a little bit yesterday with a podcast that just came up, that just went online. Shaka Panda's moving from Mixer to Twitch because the audience on Mixer is primarily focused on like BR games, battle royale games, like shooter games, console games, basically. And the content that he creates isn't really meshing with that. Sorry, I was off camera. Meshing with that. So he's going to a platform that is a little bit more. I'm not getting into a discussion about Mixer. I have my opinions on that, and you're not wrong, Em, but that's not the point. Like, the point is that he's following the audience to a place where he can better get himself out there. And really, that's the thing. You want to create a community, and you want to foster that community in a way that's like interesting and cool. And if you're not sharing the things that you do, you can't build that community. And if you're not, it's like this self-perpetuating cycle. You gotta always be making something. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be something. And let me actually get that tweet out, because I distilled it down into a single tweet. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. There we go. To distill into one tweet. Make lots of things. They don't have to be perfect. Everything you make gives you a reason to let people know you exist. People will follow you, or they won't. That's okay. Build a community of people who like you, not your work, and they may hire you. In this context, we were talking about like getting work as a music producer, but I think that it's important as any content creator online, where it's not necessarily about releasing the best work that you've ever made. It's about releasing anything that you do, because, and it sucks because you don't want to sound like a narcissist. You don't want to sound like, well, everybody has to pay attention to me. But really, if you want people to patronize you, either through Patreon or through other traditional methods, like Bandcamp or Etsy or whatever you sell your stuff. I mean, that's marketing. Marketing isn't convincing people. This is something that a lot of people don't understand. Marketing isn't convincing people that your work is good. Like, that is for them to judge. You can't tell people, well, you can't tell most people. You can't tell people this is good and you'll like it, because you can't make decisions for them. What you can do is you can remind them that you exist until they try it, and either they like it or they don't. But marketing is about just reminding people that you exist until they're like, I've seen that around a lot. Let's give it a try. And then once they've made that decision, they'll either like you or they won't. And that's fine either way. Like, again, you can't dictate that decision. But the next time that they see your marketing, they'll be reminded you exist, and then they'll go back and patronize your work more if they like you. And it's the thing. It's just like there's times where I'm like watching a TV show or I'm watching a movie or something, and like they have somebody's like eating McDonald's, and it's just like, shit, McDonald's actually does sound pretty good right now. And that's exactly what marketing is. I already like, I mean, it's a guilty pleasure. I go there like once every couple months, but I like McDonald's. I think that it's great. And it's just like having that subtle reminder. It's like, oh yeah, McDonald's does exist, doesn't it? And then it's like, oh, well, now that's in my head. And eventually, probably within a week or so, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. I should go and check it out again. But it's like, that is what marketing is. Marketing isn't like convincing you that the product is good, or at least it shouldn't be. A lot of bad marketing is just like, this is the best, these guys suck. And that's bad marketing on a lot of levels. It's disingenuous, and it's just creating a competitive atmosphere. That's the tail of the loop. It's creating a competitive atmosphere for no reason. And it's just like, that's not what marketing is. Marketing is about just constantly reminding people that you exist. And eventually they'll get to the point, eventually those people will get to the point where they'll either check you out, know that they like you, and patronize you when they're reminded of it, or they'll just ignore you. All three options are okay. But to do that, the only way that you can actually get that done is via making things and having an excuse to remind people that you exist. Because if you just post the same thing over and over and over and over, people will get sick of that. Like, I know that a couple game dev people that I follow online, or followed in the past, and people still retweet their stuff, they're harping on the same thing, like the same image, not even the same project, but like the same image that was popular at one point, like 6 months ago. They repost it every week. And it's just like, oh, remember this game? Check it out. And it's like, well, no, that's not new content. That's not interesting content. That's not good marketing. Good marketing is getting something that catches my eye that's related to the thing, but it's fresh and new and actually grabs my attention. So I think that a lot of what you can do is just make stuff, make basic things, make something, again, like a 2-hour track challenge, spend 2 hours a week to make a song and post that. And if you have something new like that, invisible funnel. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't really been reading chat. I'm on a rant right now. But if you have something new to talk about every week, you're going to go far. Because making something new every week is hard. Like, this has not been the easiest project for me. The 2-hour track challenge has been going on for...
Remember to save.
Hey, everybody. Remember to save. The 2-hour track challenge has been going on for 4.5 years. This is... Let me check. This is like song 230, I think. 234? Yeah, 234. Like, this project has been going on for 4.5 years. And having the excuse to talk about like a new song that I put out every week has been really good for my ability to market myself, because having a new song every week gives me content to talk about. It gives me content to sell. It gives me content that I could post to my Patreon and keep them happy. And ancillary to all that, it also allows me to sharpen my skills as an artist. It gives me dedicated time to explore and try new ideas. Like this whole project right here, this is not really within my wheelhouse when it comes to style. Like, this is very minimal in ways that I'm not super comfortable with. So yeah, I think that it's just really valuable to, as an artist, as a creator who spends a lot of time online, which I'm guessing most of you are, to just always sit down and make stuff, to always just be a part of the ecosystem where you're putting new content out. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it is another chance to give people that, oh, I like this, or no, I don't like this. And the more chances that you give people, the more frequently people are going to say, oh yeah, I do like this. I should look into this more. I should check out this guy's Spotify, or I should check out this guy's DeviantArt, or whatever. Like, posting something consistently just allows you to get more engagement with people. Oh, geez. Hi, Twiggly. Hi, Twiggly. Thank you for waiting until the end of my rant before doing that. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I've got for that. I think that it's just so important. It's just so important to keep talking. And I know people have issues talking about themselves. God, that's a good synth. People have issues talking about themselves, and I do have one bit of advice on this, and then I'm going to wrap the stream up. Although we should find somebody to raid, because we've got a good amount of people here, and I don't want to send you into the shadow realm. But one piece of advice about talking about yourself. Why is this? Shh, Ben, shh, I'm talking. Game's Done Quick is going. Cool. Talking about yourself. It's really hard, and it's awkward, and it kind of sucks sometimes. One thing I would recommend is to dissociate. I keep saying disassociate. That's not a word. It's dissociate. Dissociate yourself from the work that you're doing. So instead of saying, oh, this is my album, this is my music, or this is my art, say, this is the art, this is the album. Like, talk about it as if it's like a third party in this conversation. Because then it creates a degree of separation from the work that you're doing, or the work that you've done against yourself. So when you talk about it, you're talking about a project, not, well, this is my project, and this is a part of me, this is part of my soul, and stuff like that. It's like that gives like that pretentious artist vibe that it makes it really hard to talk about. But if you are talking about it just as an entity that, yes, once was related, like that came from you, but if you're just talking about it like that, it's so much easier to talk about it. And like when people buy an album from me on Bandcamp, I reply to everybody, and I send them a little thank you email. And I think that that's important to do too, to engage with somebody who has supported you financially. But I send them a thank you, being like, thank you so much for supporting this music, not my music, but supporting this music, because it helps me out. And yes, I do talk about myself in that regard, but I'm not talking about the music as in like, this is mine, this is me. And I think that little degree of separation helps a lot. Same with, I just released a game on itch.io called Death Drives a Bus. And I talk about this as like, check out this game. Oh yeah, you can see that I've made a whole like $5 off of it since I released it. That's fine, whatever. But like, it's a little 1-bit pixel art game, little puzzle game. A lot of people liked it. Like, it's cool, it's great. It's not really an ad for it, but it's like when I talk about it on Twitter, I'm like, hey, I released this game, check out this game. Not my game, but it's this game. It's this game. It's a game that exists, that came from me, yes, but it's a game that exists. And I think that little delineation helps quite a bit when it comes to just talking about your artwork in a way that's not awkward. Because it gives people a little bit more leniency on being critical. And I mean, that's a whole nother topic, just being a little bit more thick-skinned, because some people don't really have the ability to say things nicely. But that's a whole different thing. I don't really know what this guy's doing. I think I just followed him recently. I can't remember now. But yeah, let's raid this guy. Alvik Music. I try to follow music producers when I can. So if you are a music producer, please let me know. Either send me a DM or something else. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for indulging me on this rant. I've been kind of watching my viewer count, expecting it to go down, and it hasn't. But now it has, because I was going to start the raid. So I really do appreciate that. So yeah, I'm going to get going. We're gonna bounce a raid over to Alvik. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Probably not. And then say hi, show him some love, and yeah, I really do appreciate you hanging out and listening to me rant for a while. Take care, Levy. It was good to see your name again. So, yeah, I'm gonna get going. Take care, all. I'll see you later. Bye. And then we're gonna do the raid, so you can stick around. But bye from me, and hello to Alvik. Okay, that's how it works. All right, here we go.